Hello and welcome to our new appointment of the Sacral Connection podcast. Today we are going to explore Ascension's symptoms and supreme self-care. This is a topic that I have already explored in last week's Fire Circle, and the transmission that came out of it was so juicy, so smooth, and so powerful that I have decided to share it here with you as well. This podcast also includes a special offer. Indeed, we speak a lot about supreme self-care and Ascension's symptoms in the Heartstorming Journey. And through my inner work lately, I've been called to open the portals again once more this year for the Heartstorming Experience live with me. So because this is a topic that we explore in depth in the Heartstorming, and it's one of the pillars of the Heartstorming Supreme Self-Care, I also believe that it was important to share it with you today so that you can get a glimpse and a taste, a feeling of what the Heartstorming is. This is just the tip of the iceberg anyway, because the Heartstorming is so much more. We are going to start on June 1st, and from today you have a special offer. You can have the whole process live with me. So we have 12 rounds, the usual 10 rounds of the Heartstorming Journey, where we explore different topics from, for example, supreme self-care, as I have already shared with you, to personal expansion, to looking more in depth to the meaning of our own journey as individuals and as collective, and so much more. So you get these 10 rounds, plus I have added a couple of more, one at the beginning and one at the end, to truly assess where we are and to celebrate at the end, and also to look forward and commit to our next steps. Plus, you will receive lifelong access to the Heartstorming ecourse version with all the bonuses included, where you have exercises, you have the ebook where all my famous quotes, which I received when I was fully into my Heartstorming journey back in 2017. And then you have my personal support, my personal help and assistance along the journey, because we are going to enjoy live calls together. This is the difference from, the e-course where everything is already recorded. So this is such a powerful journey, which is meant for you when you are a coach, when you are an artist, when you are maybe a writer, a teacher, when you have an audience and you share yourself, you have a message, you care about your role and the presence that you bring in the world. And also when you are a parent and you have kids to raise. And so it's very important how you behave, what you say, your choices, because you know that children truly sip from us every little drop of our essence, and they sip more from us, from our actions, than from our words. So it's very important to truly embody our truth. And for anyone who feels the need to something more, for everyone who feels a pull to something more, even though right now it is not so clear for you what this call is. The Heartstorming is that life force, creative force, which knows exactly which area of your life and of your being to touch, to trigger it, and to be the catalyst for a huge, deep transformation of yourself, so that all your world then is going to change. For me, the Heartstorming has been the awakener of my inner muse, my artistic soul. And since that moment, it was a profound journey, very transformative, and step by step, I aligned more and more to my soul, to my essence, so that now I am much more aligned than I was 4 years ago. Now I turn my business into a creative business. Now I share my paintings with the world. I do sell them. I attend live shows. Well, actually, when it was possible in person, now we are going to go back to that beautiful, beautiful type of events. And so this is for you when you desire a deep transformation, you feel a huge call, and also you are ready to fully step into this love path. We do activate your love center here, your heart chakra. We do work with love energy, and we transform ourselves and the world through the most powerful of all the energies that we have at our own disposal, love. Energy is actually always the same, but it takes different forms, and the form of love is the most powerful we have. So right now, for the next 48 hours for this weekend, you're going to have an early bird offer, which is for 888 euros. This is a journey that will last for approximately between 2 and 3 months, because sometimes I am called to share more than one round together. But anyway, we are going through the all 12 rounds. So you have this early bird offer for 888 euros. It will go up to 1,222 on Monday. So when you feel the call, act right now. There is a link below this podcast. Simply click it, and I'm looking forward to embracing you, open arms, to the other side. And now let's dive deeper into Ascension symptoms and supreme self-care. Enjoy the transmission. Here we are, and welcome to this Sacred Fire Circle. The topic for today is symptoms of ascension and supreme self-care. First of all, I've been called to talk about this topic because, as you know, I do follow my intuition. I'm lighting a candle meanwhile. And I felt pretty exhausted in the past week, 10 days. And so this topic of self-care emerged clearly. Of course, why did I feel exhausted and so tired? Because I am going through a very deep inner work. And so I have learned, especially through my Heartstorming experience, that this is what manifests when we go through intense inner work. So before to start, I'd love to say that I'm not a doctor, and you are very welcome to consult your physician or any professional in the field of your discomfort. And above all, always listen to your body and to your intuition and act accordingly. Maybe you are someone who doesn't like to take any kind of pills, or maybe you are someone who blindly believes in the power of science. So make sure to follow what your body, your intuition is telling you, and to do something that feels right for you. As I said, through my Heartstorming journey, I have experienced an accelerated ascension process of my being. And this is what I'm going to share with you is something that I have seen to work for me and for most of the people I have worked with, I got in contact with, and people who were going through their ascension journey too. Beyond these common things that I'm going to share with you, there are anyway some things that are unique to you. You are the one who knows what makes you feel good, what makes you feel relaxed, which kind of approach to life is the most suitable for you. So again, it's important, to listen with attention to what I got to share with you. It is equally important to listen to yourself, because no matter what the other people are sharing, at the end, you always come back to you and to your living system. So trust that and act accordingly. Let's see, which are the symptoms of ascension? And first of all, what is ascension? So this morning I woke up with this illumination, with this sudden hint from Universe God. It was about birth and death. So with birth, we come here, where we are on planet Earth. With death, we go back to where we came from. And maybe we get ready for another journey. The soul, our soul, comes here to grow. It is eager to become wiser than it came here. So the soul goes through several experiences, and these experiences are meant to awaken it to its essence. These experiences are meant to let our soul to remember what and who it is and from where it comes from. So until it becomes a conscious process, so we go through these experiences until this becomes a conscious process, and then we are consciously willing to rise higher and higher. So this is the ascension process, is this sequence of experiences that we go through in our terrestrial life, which at the beginning we live in a state of unconsciousness, and then the more we proceed, these experiences awaken us through our truest essence. And so the more we awaken, the more we have the free will to choose what we desire to experience, where we desire to direct ourselves, and we become masters. We know how to master these experiences and also our own abilities and capacities to elevate. So this is the ascension process, and along this journey, there may be some experiences which are truly challenging. They are all good anyway because they come to awaken us, as said. So how do we experience on a physical level the ascension? The physical level is the last one where we can have, a material proof of our ascension. The shifts and the changes goes on and on inside ourselves, first of all. So on a spiritual, mental, energy level, emotional level, and then when we have touched all these dimensions and we haven't integrated or processed them in these dimensions, well, we have one last chance to process them. And this chance is through our body, through our physical dimension. So what is it that we can experience? Here, I'm going to share with you a list of the most common symptoms that I have seen in myself and in others as well, especially with some people which I got in contact with and with whom I created a very profound connection So we spoke about the heart storming, we spoke about the ascension, we spoke about our changes and shifts in life, how we grew, how we changed our life, how we made decisions to progress on a specific direction. And so I have witnessed so many times these symptoms in the other people as well, beyond having experienced them myself. And so when I see these symptoms, I know that the person is rising. Most of the time at the beginning, he or she is not aware of this. And that's why I'm sharing these symptoms with you so that you can have, a deeper look to what's going on within and without yourself. So they can be cold, fever, diarrhea, headache, back pain. You could lose your voice, or you could have a sore throat. Maybe your ears are painful, or you can hear kind of twistles, or sounds, strange sounds. Or your nose, you cannot breathe with your nose, for example. You feel that it is blocked, or something, that you cannot breathe properly. Any part of your body, of our body, can talk to us. We can, for example, feel dizzy. We can experience a very deep tiredness, which is now what I experience more often. I feel tired, I feel exhausted. And this, I know that it's because of the ascension, because I know that I'm going through a very, very deep and inner work on several levels. Then it can be that you experience a slowing down. You may notice that you are going slower, very slowly, compared to maybe other days of your life or other periods of your life. And at the same time, you can notice that you're going very fast, that you're going at high speed, because you feel a lot of energy. So you can experience these waves as well of going very fast, and then this need to pause, to slow down. We never stop indeed, because also when we pause, we just change rhythm, but we never stop, because here on planet Earth, in this living universe we are in, everything is in movement. So we do never stop, even when we believe we have stopped. We have just changed rhythm. You can have visions. You can have sudden illuminations, but they are so potent that they shake you. They shake you because of the message they bring for you, or they truly shake you on an energy level, because they come and it is as if they pass through your body. For example, I do remember when I was totally into my Heartstorming journey, I was feeling these waves of love, and they were truly shaking my body. So you can experience shaking as well of your body. You can hear messages inside yourself. Maybe you hear quotes or sentences. Who is telling these things to you? It can be your intuition. It can be God. God speaking through you with what you know with your heart, which doesn't require an explanation. So you hear something and you know that that is right. That has a profound meaning that you will find out maybe in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Usually the process is quite quick. And so you get to understand what's going on in a matter of days, weeks, rarely, I will say, in months, maximum a month, or as we go in cycles and rounds, I will say maximum a month in my experience. Then, of course, we are all unique. You can have dreams, strange dreams, beautiful dreams, or nightmares. You can cry more often than usual. You can feel very emotional. And it can also happen that you stop liking some kind of food or beverages. And together with food, it can also unfold that you suddenly desire to stop connecting with some people. This is all about pruning and purging connections in our own life and stuff as well, material things around us, decluttering on several levels so that we make space, we are lighter, we have less obstacles, we have less weights to keep us, down in the density of Earth, and we can fly high like a helium balloon. So these are the most common symptoms that I have experienced or seen in other people who are going through the Ascension journey. So now, how can we take care of ourselves as we are going through these intense journeys? So first of all, what comes to the surface, what emerges clearly, is that these symptoms somehow are asking us to look after ourselves, because when we have a cold, maybe we have fever, or we have any kind of discomfort, the body is truly loudly speaking to us and saying, hey, hello, I'm here. Look after myself. Take care of myself. Take care of me. And so this is a clear message to self-care. Therefore, here are the things that we can do to take care of ourselves. Some of these things are literally the opposite of doing. For example, resting, sleeping, meditating, just being outside in nature. Go to a place in nature, wherever it is, the beach, a wood, a forest, a mountain, wherever you feel that that place is calling you and that you feel calm and peaceful to be there, and just stay there, present in your essence. These things are the opposite of doing. We imagine doing something like, a very high activity, high activity sessions of going through something. And this is high activity in the inside. We sleep to allow the body and our living system to integrate what we went through. We rest to allow the growing process to take place. We stay in peace. We just be, so that our essence can relax, open up, become wiser and more awakened to what is going on deep within and outside of us as well. So self-care, it can start from being very aware of what we drink, and especially drinking a lot of water. This is such a benefit because water brings oxygen around our body, and so it truly brings life in our body. There are several other benefits, but I'm not going to list all of them here, because otherwise it will become too long. So be aware of what you drink and what you eat. Sugar, coffee, alcohol, smoke, meat, these are all things, fried food, these are all things that can make our system heavier. So this is such a personal choice, but at least become aware of what you are introducing in your body. And then as you keep listening to your body and your intuition, you can maybe change little things in your diet, in your nutrition habits. Movement, it's another very important element. yoga, journaling, doing something creative. Here, it's very important to find your own activities because, for example, for me, it can be dancing, singing, painting, cooking. These things are truly things that allow me to tune into myself, to escape in a certain way the world outside of me and to enter my inner world and to stay with myself, recenter, regroup. But this is so personal for each one of us. So find your own activities, the activities that for you mean self-care. Can also be massage, a day at the spa. It can also be using essential oils or stones. You know, each stone has a different vibration. It can help us to attune with that vibration and to feel more relaxed. For example, pink quartz is so lovable. It gives us so much love. So it can be the first frequency we are looking for to take care of ourselves because we bring more love into ourselves. Then it can also be breath work. I've found it to be very, very powerful. Sometimes, you know, as we are so much in a hurry, we just need to slow down, to sit for a moment, or to stand looking out at the window, or to simply place a hand on our heart chakra and start breathing. In and out. It's that simple. Another thing that I found to be so powerful is self-pleasure, having a ritual of self-pleasure daily or at least weekly. Find and create space to pamper yourself, to touch yourself, to be sexual with yourself, to explore your sexuality. And this can be, first of all, with yourself. We always start from ourselves and then we share with our partners. In case we have a partner or not, we can then always go deeper and deeper with ourselves. So these are some of the symptoms of ascension and some of the things that we can do or not do to take care of ourselves, to dive deeper into self-care and self-love. All these things, all these symptoms are an alarm for us, are a call for us to come back to the essential us, to the essential part of us, to come back to our soul and to that newborn state we were totally immersed in when we came to the world. In fact, an ascension, it's indeed a rebirth, a continuous rebirth of ourselves in a higher and higher version of who we are. So I truly love to know from you what you are experiencing, which of the things that I have listed you are implementing in your life, you're including in your routine to take care of yourself, or anyway, which is your experience with your ascension journey. Thank you very much for being here with me in this part of Fire Circle. I'm looking forward to supporting you and to sharing with you what my intuition will tell me to share. So take care until the next time. Much love.